A task called do nothing is usually considered poor modeling. But did you know that a receive task that does something is actually forbidden in BPMN? Hi, my name is Andreas Hense and I make videos on business process automation. Receive tasks are actually something special in BPMN, and I quote the BPMN specification. A receive task is a simple task that is designed to wait for a message to arrive from an external participant. Once the message has been received, the task is completed. Okay, here we can see a BPMN diagram involving two pools. The lower one is the insurance company and the upper one, the collapsed pool, is the customer. So our process starts with a claim coming from the customer. So there is a message flow from this collapsed pool to our pool below. And then we do review insurance claim. And after that, there is a message send task, request additional documents, and there is a message flow from this task to the customer. And then eventually the customer returns a message with this additional documents. And here we have a receive task called assess claim. And according to the BPMN specification, this is actually forbidden because the receive task actually does some useful work. And according to the specification that I just quoted, it just can receive things and then we have to go on. So in order to correct this diagram, we have to insert another task. And you can see that here. So it's pretty much the same, except that we have now a receive task dedicated to receiving additional documents, and it does nothing else. So as soon as the documents come in, this task finishes, and then we do assess claim after that. So that's how we have to deal with receive tasks. So if we have to separate the receipt of the message and the task, the actual task that does something anyway, why don't we model this with a message receive event like it is shown in this document. So here we have the documents coming from the customer, and then there is an intermediate message receive event that receives the documents, and then we assess the claim. And actually this is a way I prefer. I prefer to model it this way. So now we know that a receive task is finished as soon as the message arrives. Can we still have something like an attached boundary event for a timeout, for example? And the answer is it depends. A correct use can be seen in this diagram. So it's again the same process more or less. We have the customer sending us documents, we receive the additional documents, and then we have a timer task, an interrupting boundary event that waits for 2 weeks. And if within 2 weeks we do not receive the additional documents, this timer will be triggered, and then we take the path below, and so we will not wait eternally for the documents to arrive. The BPMN specification also says, and I quote, "Receive tasks used in an event gateway configuration must not have any attached intermediate events." So this means that we cannot have receive tasks after event-based gateways with an attached boundary event, like in this example. We have receive order from customer, and then we wait for 2 weeks, and there is a timeout, and then we go down and go to handle order cancellation. And if we receive the order, we continue. This is actually forbidden in BPMN, and I can understand why, because the token that we need to activate this timer is not really here because we have an event-based gateway, so we are not sure whether this path will be taken or not. So that's why this is forbidden, and I think that's a good idea to forbid that. This example can be corrected easily if we look at the repaired example here. Here we have the event-based gateway, and now we have separated this timeout for 2 weeks from the receive task above, and this has the same logic that we intended to have in the first place, but now it's legal BPMN. The last example involved an event-based gateway, a topic that I have covered in another video. Thank you for watching.